All right, what is up, y'all? I wanted to give you guys an update on what I think the implications of the American election are on cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and the space as a whole. So, if you like the sound of that, I'd like to ask you if you could please like, subscribe, comment, and share, and hit the bell icon to be notified of new uploads. So, guys, there's an American presidential election tomorrow. There's a lot of opinions out there on what this means for cryptocurrency, and I kind of want to just share my thoughts on what I think the implications of this election is going to be for Bitcoin and for crypto. So, from what I can gather, there's a lot of people saying that if Biden wins, this is going to be really bad for crypto. I don't really buy into that so much because I think whoever wins, both candidates are likely to pass a stimulus bill at some point, and a stimulus bill would be good for the stock market. The stock market has an effect on Bitcoin and the whole cryptocurrency space. A stimulus bill would be good for crypto. I think both are likely to pass a bill like that at some point. Um, in fact, I feel like the Democratic Party would be, no, they would be more likely to pass even a larger stimulus bill. But then again, maybe the Republicans might pass a stimulus bill more favoring to the stock market, and perhaps that would help out Bitcoin more. So we'll see. But regardless, I think a stimulus bill would be a major catalyst for cryptocurrency. I think both candidates are likely to pass a stimulus bill, whichever one wins. Also, people are afraid of rioting and protesting. I think whatever candidate wins, there's going to be rioting and protesting. If Trump wins, there's going to be rioting and protesting from the left. If Biden wins, there's going to be rioting and protesting from the right. So, people who say, if Trump wins, oh, it's going to be terrible for the stock market and for Bitcoin because the left is going to protest. Well, same if Biden, whatever candidate wins, there's going to be protesting and rioting. So, I think regardless of the results of the election, there's going to be protesting and rioting, which is going to bring volatility to the stock market and thus could bring volatility to Bitcoin and the whole of the cryptocurrency market space. So kind of just to drive that point a little bit more home is, guys, I expect there to be a lot of volatility with the stock market throughout the next tomorrow and the next few weeks here, because we may not know the results of the election tomorrow. It might take a few days, might take a few weeks. Who knows? There may be some debating the results. The stock market does not like uncertainty. The stock market has an effect on Bitcoin. Bitcoin has an effect on the rest of the cryptocurrency space. So these are all things to consider, guys. Bottom line, I expect a lot of volatility tomorrow and through these next few weeks. Once president has been actually decided and someone starts a new administration, because I believe it takes some time from when the election is called to when the new president starts their new term. So whenever that happens, whoever wins starts their new term, I think that's going to bring a lot of stability to the markets, and that's when I think we're going to really see cryptocurrency in the stock market start to recover here. But in the meanwhile, I expect downside and at the very least volatility. So I just kind of wanted to throw some of my thoughts out there. Before I wrap up this video, though, I want to kind of take a macro look here at Bitcoin. Guys, there's some really interesting stuff happening with Bitcoin here. Is this the... What was I looking at here? Yeah, look how bullish this weekly candle was, this weekly close. This candle here, we hadn't seen something that bullish since 2019, which is crazy. Let's look here at the monthly. Also with this, we recently just had our monthly close. Look, the last time we had this bullish a candle on the monthly close was back in 2019. That's very interesting to see. Once we, I don't know what to think with Bitcoin, in the sense that I expect some kind of pullback, but then again, Bitcoin could just really take off. So we'll see. I think one significant thing I've noticed is that on the 21 weekly or the 20 weekly, we tend to find support at our EMA here, the 20 weekly. So if we do have a substantial pullback, I expect us to find support here. Now, if we zoom in on our closer time frames, right here, I believe we're forming, either some kind of wedge here or some kind of triangle. It's going to be drawn in a bunch of different ways, but basically that top line is resistance. That's kind of support there. So you could either draw this as a wedge or, you know, some kind of descending triangle. Bottom line here is I think we're gonna have a breakout, depending what happens with the stock market tomorrow and throughout the next of the week. That could have an impact on Bitcoin. So I'm going to be keeping a close eye on the stock market. Um, you know, with such a run up, I'd expect some kind of pullback eventually. The question is whether it's now or later. You know, if with the you know, election result, all that uncertainty, if the stock market starts to plummet, that could have an effect on Bitcoin, and we could see some kind of pullback. If we do really start to pull back here, like if we fall below 12,700, I think our next major support is 12.5. Like if we zoom out a bit here, the 12.5 is pretty significant, guys. Yeah, right, like right here, 12,500. So, you know, if the 12,500 doesn't hold, you know, in the 12, I think we can expect a fallback and find support on our weekly 20 or 21 EMA, which would be, you know, low 11,000s, 11,200 ish. So we'll see, guys. You know, we'll have to see, because all this is also so tremendously bullish. We could see a small pullback and then shoot up. Who knows, guys? But I think bottom line is I think this is just the beginning of this little uptrend here is just the beginning. This next year, I think the bull run has indeed started, and this 2021 for Bitcoin is going to be insane. I think we're going to reach. I think there's a strong chance we could reach all-time highs of 20,000 before the end of the year, and this next year is going to be crazy for crypto, guys. I think we're going to see a Bitcoin in between 100 and $200,000. You know, do not. This is not financial advice. I'm just some random asshole on the internet looking at lines and saying big words. So you know, don't take my word for it. Do your own research, guys. But yeah, those are just some kind of my thoughts I'd like to share with Bitcoin